Sunday afternoon. It's what is it, 2 in the afternoon. We've had not a very nice weekend. We've had a bit of rain. It's winter. We've got winter now. I mean, quite often in winter we get nice sunny days, but at the moment it's a bit grey and not so nice. I'll give you a bit of a look. That's the sky. It's grey. We're getting a bit of drizzle. It's not so nice. So I've been out this morning. I went up to the city because I buy and sell chairs, mainly electric lift chairs, you know, for the old people that have trouble getting up and down. I buy them. I buy used ones and I clean them all up like new and check them mechanically, and then I sell them at a really good price because, you know, they can cost thousands of dollars to buy new ones. And you know, some people, if their parents are getting a bit old and they've been told you need to get them a chair, they find it really hard to get up, and you know, they might only have a few months to live and they're trying to sell you a $3,000-4,000 chair. It's not really very good, and people don't have a lot of money at the moment, so I've been really busy because my chairs are dirt cheap compared to what others are selling them for, and mine are all clean and tested and nice. So I've been busy. So I went today to buy a chair, and it was a nice Australian made chair, made in Tassie. It's a small one, a mini. They call it a mini for someone who's about 5'2", 5'4", or smaller, you know, 5'4" or less. Even a 5-foot person would fit in it okay, and they're really comfy and they work really well. They last forever. They're about, I don't know, $2,300 new. They're not a bad value really, but I sell them for about what, $400, $450, something like that. So it's pretty good value. Anyway, I went up to the city and I bought one today and picked one up, and I've just finished cleaning it. I've had it out the back and cleaned it, nothing on. I haven't spoken to you all for a while. Jenny's at work. I've got to pick her up soon. I'll probably have to leave in about 45 minutes to pick her up. We bought a new car. Her little blue car, which she's had for quite a while now. It's done a few miles, and we thought, oh, maybe it's about time we get something. And because of one of the good things about the shutdown is that the government, trying to help the economy a little bit, has been selling all the ex-government cars really cheap. They put them through an auction yard and they list them for sale. If they don't sell, then they put them in an auction. But I noticed a few cars in there because I really like the Hyundais and I really like the diesels, and I wanted one a little bit bigger, so we ended up going for what they call an i40, which is the next model up from the i30s. Not really very popular or very well known in Australia, but I did notice when we were in Singapore, the taxi we had was an i40, and nearly all the other taxis were i40. So yeah. Anyway, it was a nice car. So I had a look, and Jenny and I went up to this auction yard where they still sell cars, and we saw them, but we wanted a turbo diesel, and we wanted a fairly late model, and we didn't want to pay very much. So we looked around, and we really liked the look of them, and so we kept watching. It took about 2 weeks for the car to come up, the one we wanted, and it said, we didn't have a price. We had no idea how much it was going to be, and I rang them up when I noticed that it had changed from the dates had changed, or something had changed on it. So I rang them up and they told me, oh no, it's going to be a fixed price. They're going to put the price on it probably tomorrow. And I said, okay, but you can click on it online. You can just click and buy. And because we'd looked at the cars, we can see the ex-government ones are all nice and clean. They've all been cleaned, looked after, well serviced, and most of them haven't done that many miles. But this one had done a few miles, but it was only, well, it was a late 2016, nearly 2017 when it was made, so it's only 2.5 years old. So I thought that's pretty good, but it had done 100,000 Ks, which is 35,000 a year. So we thought, oh, it's done a few miles. But as it turned out, the car had done miles because they lived down, way past down here, but they worked in the city. So they did a lot of miles driving up and down, which is good because it's cruising miles. Anyway, it came up for sale, and and the guy was going to ring me, and he rang me, but I was out with Tyler, my grandson. We were out fishing, so I didn't see it until we got back a couple of hours later, and I saw it online. I go, oh crap! So I jumped online, saw it, and I saw the price, and I just clicked buy. So I bought it, paid a deposit online, and then the next morning Jenny and I went down there and we had a look at it because we hadn't seen it, only the pictures. And it turned out to be lovely. Very nice. It's a very nice car. It's got GPS or sat nav, whatever you'd like to call it, but it's got a Pioneer stereo system in it, and it's a really modern type thing, and it has Bluetooth interface, and it interfaces with every damn thing really. It plays DVDs, has a radio, has digital radio. It's very nice. So the car also was lovely and clean, and it had a few extras in there, and it had been serviced regularly, and it drives like a dream. And you know, in Australian dollars, if you look at US dollars, a US dollar costs us $1.60 to buy one. So our dollar is really, well, no other word for it apart from crap. So, you know, this car, we managed to buy it for just over $10,500. Now in Australia, that's quite cheap, because I was looking at second-hand ones of these, which were older. Sorry, it's still second-hand, but older cars, maybe 2 or 3 years older than this one, with more miles, that they wanted $14,000 for, $15,000 for. So really, it's probably $5,000 or $6,000 off what it should have sold for, which is like a third off what it should have been. So we were very happy. And as it turned out, we did Jenny's car, and that's done 230,000 k's. I sold that one. That was really easy to sell, and I sold that. I think we sold it for $5,000. Cost us $5,500 to change over to a car that's beautiful. That's really nice, and it's done it much less kilometres and drives like a new car, and it's bigger. It's got more space. Jenny drove it back from the auctions, and she was a bit worried about it because it's big. She's not used to it because she's only little, and you don't see as well out of these as you do out of the i30s, but they're still very easy to drive. They've got a 7-speed gearbox, and actually it uses less fuel than her i30. It's cheaper to run. When we're on the road, it's like 5 litres per 100 kilometres. That's not much. You know, my ute uses 14. That's gas, but it uses 14. Well, this one uses 5. And when we do general running around, it uses 6. As soon as you fill it up, it says, and I don't know what I put in, 50, 60 bucks worth of diesel. It says it's got 1,100 kilometres till it runs out. So, can't complain. It's lovely. I'll show you a couple of photos. Very nice.